Is six minors something that it irks you a little bit, or it's preseason and these things happen and you don't, because, I mean, penalties were something in the playoffs last year that you wanted to address, and now,
Yeah. Just like I said in the previous answer, I don't think taking a lot of penalties is something we want to do. So it's something that has to get cleaned up. I think after 2 periods, we were in the box for about 9 minutes, which is about a quarter of the game. And up to that point. And for us, we're doing lots of real good 5-on-5 defensively. We got to work on our penalty kill, which is a good thing. But no, obviously you don't want to be taking 6 penalties a game. It's not a recipe for sustained success.
Jay, what are you liking just in the shot suppression side of your guys' game? I know last game you guys limited the opponents to 15 shots through 40 minutes. You guys do that again tonight. Just what are you seeing on that approach from your team?
Yeah, and in the first exhibition game as well, I think it's a positive sign, because that is where the majority of our focus through training camp has been on the defensive side of things, and we're seeing some positive results. But it's 3 games into the exhibition season. But in just terms of systematic 5-on-5 play, lots of positives, lots of things to build on. And as we, continue to work our way through an 8-game preseason schedule, we're going to add more layers and start concentrating on some things on the offensive side as well.
Jay, your blue line's kind of set. You kind of know, not necessarily who's playing with who, but you never know when injuries occur and you need some depth in your organization. Niemelainen and Gleason played tonight. Very different style of players, but can you give me your assessment of them and maybe a little bit more on Gleason and what you've seen in his 2 games?
Phil Kemp also played tonight in the unusual suspect category of guys that maybe all the fans don't know a lot about. So I'll start with Phil. Phil's a heart and soul player that's been in our organization, great leader in the American League. I think, I saw him break up numerous rushes today, willing to be in a shooting lane. I thought he had a good game. I thought Niemelainen tried to be physical and ratcheted up the physical play in the game. He was also in the shooting lane, and he closes fast and is long. And then for Gleason, I thought it was a better game than in game number 1 for him. I saw what has allowed him to play in 4 NHL games in his first year in Dallas. He's somebody that has good vision, can make a play with the puck, get his shot through from the blue line. That's what I saw tonight.
Goalies are going full 60s here, which isn't always the case in exhibition season. What's the process to get to that decision?
We spend a lot of time talking with our goaltenders. We spend a lot of time talking with the goaltending department, and that was something that we just felt, we want to get our goaltenders, all of them, up and running of what a real game feels like. Sometimes if you only play 30 minutes, your team might have had the bulk of the play and you end up with 8 shots on net. You're not really truly getting the work required to make sure that you're prepared to start the season. So it was just a decision to give our guys full games, and that's the way we're going to go as we go forward. If you think about it, like I said, I don't know what the final shots against were, but Stewart had 10 shots on net in the first 2 periods. If you take him out after 40, he didn't maybe get the work required. But as the game wore on, the other team pushed in certain ways. He had to dig in. I think that helps prepare him for the regular season.
I know it's very early, but it is 2 games of Bouchard and Nurse playing together. What have you seen from those 2?
Yeah, I think they're early in their pairing. I saw some good moments. Obviously, the line change in overtime to get Bouchard on for Nurse, and then the pass that Bouchard made was an excellent feed to Connor. I think they've had good moments and then moments that they got to work through and get better at, but they're a quality pair. That's why they
first look at Connor Brown. How did he look for a guy that hadn't played in a while? And I think he had a nice turnover on the PK in the first period there. What do you see from him?
Hard worker, somebody who can make plays in tight spaces. He traded the puck nicely with Kane and Connor at different points. I think he's going to fit our team in a great way. But also, it's his first game in 11 months. So, I think he's just happy to get through that game, feel good about himself. He was in some scoring chances. He was good on the penalty kill. It's a good first game for him.